a very brief one. I would like us to look at a particular aspect of mathematics that will be relevant for every one of you guys. And this particular aspect of mathematics, it's something that can be applied in algebra. Very important, and it's called directed numbers. So, before further ado, I am going to say this. Please subscribe to the channel, click on the like, and make sure you're always getting updates. So let's go straight up to our whiteboard, and let's see what we can achieve today. Okay. So we are looking at directed numbers, as I said, directed numbers. Directed numbers. There are principles, basic principles that we need to know. First of all, what are directed numbers? Directed numbers are numbers with either positive or negative signs or operators. We call it sign, we call it operators. Okay, for example, we have +2 is a directed number. We have -14, -16 directed numbers. +100 is directed because it's either positive or negative. So it is. So we're going to do what we call the number line illustration of directed number. Number line illustration of directed numbers. Number line illustration of directed numbers. So what does it look like? So I'm going to do a very quick diagram to just show you what directed numbers are on the number line. So I'm using a straight line. Yeah, this is a straight line. And it has arrow backwards and arrow forward. Okay, so at the center we have origin, which is 0. So numbers are either moving forward or they are moving backward. So the forward numbers, they are positive. Forward numbers are positive. We have +1. We have +2. So the numbers don't stop. They are endless. They are infinite. But I'm going to stop it at +3. Okay, so we have +4, +5, and so on and so forth. So we have on the left, which is the numbers going backwards, we have -1. We have -2. Okay. And we have -3. As I said, I can decide to continue it, take it to -4, take it to -5, and so on. It doesn't stop. So this is an illustration of the number line of the directed numbers on a number line. So let's go straight up to the principles. So I'm going to open another page. So let's go straight up to number line principles. That's directed numbers principle. It's not a long video. Something that I'll be very brief so that you guys can get the principles you need in this particular. As I said, what you're learning now can be applied when you're collecting like terms in algebra. Okay, we move to principle one. Okay, for principle one, okay, so if you have a situation where you're asked to add two numbers and they're all positive, what you do is you do the normal addition. Yes, and that's 8. Then because yeah, every number standing has a positive sign in front of it, because the biggest number is positive, the final answer will be positive. We move to the second principle. Okay, the second principle, if you have a plus sign in front of a number, the first number, and you have a negative sign in front of the second number, what you do is you do normal subtraction. Normal subtraction. Yes. When you're done, the operator in front of, yes, the big number becomes the operator in front of your answer, or becomes the operator of your result. So because the big number has a negative sign, my answer must have a negative sign. So I'm going to put equal to minus 2. Okay. And I hope you guys are understanding what we are doing right here. Make sure you rewind, you pause, and you forward and all that, just to have a better understanding of what we are doing. Number 3. So in the case where the negative number is in front of the small number, you have a positive value, positive sign in front of the big number, what do? You still do the normal subtraction that you're used to, which is 5 minus, yeah. You do the normal, but don't forget, because the big number has a positive sign, your answer will be positive. So that will give us plus 2, okay? Plus 2. Okay, we move to number 4, the fourth principle. Now, in the fourth principle, the both of them are negative. What do you do whenever the both of them are negative? Okay, welcome back. We had a little interruption, so let's continue. So we're saying when the both of them are negative, what do we do? Okay, let's see how that will work out. So when we have both of them negative, what do we do? So when they are both negative, what you do is because they are both negative, and don't forget the principle that when the big number is negative, the final value will be negative. Okay, so the both of them are negative, so our final value will be negative. So, but we are going to add them in this case because they are both negative. Okay, we are going to add them, but our final answer must have a negative value, and that will give us minus 8. Minus 8. Okay, so these are the principles that you need to know when it comes to directed numbers. Briefly, let me just do a very quick example here. Yes, examples, just quick guide. Let me call it guide 1. Quick guide. Guide 1. Let's say we have a situation where we have 3x minus, let's say, 17x. How do you resolve this? A quick guide. Okay, so solution. Now, in this case, we are going to apply principle 2. Now, to apply principle 2, what we do is we are going to do the normal subtraction, which is 17x minus 3x. That's the normal subtraction. We're going to do it, but because the big value has a negative sign, we're going to put minus in front of our value, and our final answer must be negative. So 17 minus 3 is 14. Are you seeing it now? Now, you can see the knowledge we have acquired in directed numbers, we can apply it in algebra while we collect like terms. So I'll just do a second guide, and that will be it for today. That will be it for today. Just a second guide. Let me call it guide 2. Guide 2. For guide 2, in a case where we have maybe minus 19a. Now, the letter does not matter. Any letter you use in algebra does not matter. The same principle applies. Let's say we have 5x or 5a. Okay, what do we do? Solution. So in this particular question, we're going to apply principle 4. Now, because both of them are negative, that's minus 19a minus 5a. Because both of them are negative, we're going to add them first. Okay, 19a plus 5a. We're going to add them first. Now, our final answer must be negative. Yes, because they are both negative. So 19 plus 5 is what? Is 24. So put minus in front of 24. And don't forget to put your letter, which is A. Okay, thank you so much for being part of this. I'm going to see you guys next time on our next video. So I hope you guys had a good time. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, click on the like, and please look out for our new videos on the channel. Thank you so much.